Hello everyone, this is Madan. How are you all doing? Since the day of Putin's war against Ukraine, he is constantly saying that he will use nuclear weapon against Ukraine or any nation that is supporting Ukraine. So in the worst case scenario, if he decides to use nuclear weapons, what kind of nuclear bombs and what would be its size? Let's see in this video. It was a fact that during the World War II, Soviet Union was pouring millions of soldiers into the war. The Germans were efficient and had superior weaponry. However, Soviet Union did not have that much of advanced weapons. But Russians are madly in love with their motherland. They are fanatical in expressing their love for Russia. Soviet Union was once mighty and it had numbers in everything. So when Putin's Russia started the war with Ukraine, everybody thought that it would be a 1 week affair, or at the maximum it will take 10 days for Russia to destroy Ukraine. Unfortunately, the case is not that. Russia invaded Ukraine on 24th February 2022. Now more than 95 days have passed and Russia is still fumbling in the war field. The world thought that Putin will use nuclear weapons, but the possibility of nuclear weapons may now become a reality. Putin's options for victory is reducing. We now have to know the difference between tactical weapons in war and strategic weapons in war. Tactical weapons or forces are those which a military leader can decide for themselves to use in a battle. They do not wait for a decision by a political leader. However, strategy in warfare is the science or art of employing all the military, economic, political and other resources of a country to achieve the objects of war. Tactical nuclear warheads were created to give military commanders more flexibility on the battlefield. In the mid-1950s, military planners thought that smaller weapons with shorter range would be more useful in tactical or military situations. Modern warheads have a facility to increase or decrease the power of the warhead. It means they can decide its explosive power. A tactical weapon could be anywhere from 0.5 to 50 kiloton in strength. We may call them mini or micro nuclear bombs. The atom bomb that destroyed Hiroshima was 15 kiloton. So now you can imagine what damage a 50 kiloton bomb can do. A single kiloton is equivalent in power to 1,000 tons of TNT. TNT is also an explosive.
1 kilo of TNT can destroy a vehicle completely. Let us take for example a Maruti Swift car. It weighs approximately 900 kilograms. 1 ton is equivalent of 1000 kilograms. So 1000 tons of TNT can destroy 90 crore kilograms of anything. That is 1 kiloton of a nuclear bomb can destroy 90 crore kilograms of anything. Tactical weapons were meant to be used against troop concentrations, ships, and in military area, airfields, etc. During the Cold War, they were integrated into every level of military planning by both NATO and its communist equivalent, the Warsaw Pact. The Czechoslovak army alone had plans to use 131 nuclear weapons against NATO targets as part of its initial attack. Any such bombing will destroy the whole of Central Europe and make it uninhabitable. But when one country initially uses tactical nuclear bomb, it will quickly escalate to strategic nuclear use. And within one afternoon, most of the United States, the Soviet Union, France and the United Kingdom will all be destroyed. But even with this much of danger, why would Russia use them? Why would Russia risk that kind of destruction? Russia has done badly in Ukraine war. The once mighty and its new professional armed forces don't know anything about war or strategy and are being hunted down by a much inferior Ukraine military. The country's international prestige is at rock bottom. Putin has to win the war or at least show to the world a false image of something like victory. But if the Russian military continues to be destroyed by inferior Ukraine military, Putin cannot say that Russia is a world power. When this happens, he may use nuclear bombs. According to the Arms Control Association, Russia has the world's largest nuclear arsenal with around 6,257 nuclear warheads. If America and Russia got into a nuclear war with strategic weapons, that would be essentially the end of civilization in both countries, and also the world's civilization. But some 2,000 of Russia's nuclear warheads are short-range. This so-called tactical nuclear weapons are kept in storage facilities throughout the country. These are much smaller nuclear weapons, designed to be used on the battlefield against troop formations, tanks, or military installations and bunkers. These can be launched on the same short-range missiles Russia is currently using to bombard Ukraine. These missiles are its Iskander-M ballistic missile. It has a range of about 500 kilometers. The latest version of the B-61 nuclear bomb developed by the America can release 0.3, 1.5, 10, or 50 kilotons of explosive energy. If America has it, then Russia too will have it. The main goal of tactical nuclear weapons remains a strategic one: to terrorize the enemy and gain the upper hand in a conflict. Their main mission is not attacking military targets. The main mission of these weapons is to demonstrate your willingness and readiness to attack and kill hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians.
Okay, now can we at least have a warning whether Russia is going to use tactical nuclear bombs or not? The answer is yes, because fortunately nuclear weapons don't usually move around unnoticed. They are stored in dedicated facilities, and in the case of Russia, that's usually at some distance from military air bases in protected structures similar to bunkers. Those would have to be taken out of this bunker and loaded on trucks, driven to the airbase and loaded, then fitted, so that kind of activity can be visible through satellites of Western world and therefore be prepared for a nuclear bomb attack. It has to be mounted on missiles and then has to be loaded on mobile launchers, that is on trucks, and it can be seen by spy satellites. But has Putin already ordered for preparation? Military experts say that it has not reached that level. They don't see Iskander missile launchers driving around with their nuclear warheads installed. There are no aircraft sitting on military bases with nuclear bombs attached. But there is a constant fear that Putin, in frustration over the poor performance of his military in Ukraine, will say that now there is an existential threat to Russia in a very personal way. If Putin felt his rule was threatened, or if he didn't show some success in Ukraine, or if he didn't look strong, he may first drop a micro nuclear bomb in the sea or in vacant land in Ukraine. It may have its deadly effect of, say, a radius of 2 to 5 kilometers. If Ukraine does not surrender even then, or if the Western countries starts arming Ukraine with heavy weapons, he may drop the bombs in cities and hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians are going to die. Experts say that it's not about the security of Russia, it's not about an existential threat to Russia, it is about an existential threat to Putin himself. If prayers are indeed strong and effective, I can only end this video with an appeal for everyone to pray that Putin does not use nuclear bombs. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Please like, comment, subscribe and share it widely among your friends and family. Thanks once again. Take care. Bye bye.